Good morning. Aam Aadmi Party challenging the status quo, shaking up system, creative destruction in the Indian politics. Our government's leaders in governance and public policy, entrepreneur governance. Our opposition role, responsible fighting for people's issues and boldly resisting the wrong policies. Let's come to Delhi news. When GRAP level 4 is implemented, construction is stopped. Hence, 2 lakh construction workers will have no earnings. There is fund that takes care of these in such contingencies. The present BJP government in Delhi has given this benefit to only 30,000 workers out of the 2 lakh workers. Years pass and still they search for broken roads in thick smog. With a choked path within, life suffocates and balloons can't see the sky. Flatten the Aravalli and the whole of North India may vanish along with the greed for money and power. As Supreme Court demands road map from government on Delhi air. Let's come to Punjab news. A report on TV. Operation Prahar Punjab. In Punjab, if any gangster dares to open fire, his end is certain. Operation Prahar continues. Every movement is heavy on the gangsters. A woman lost 6 sons to drugs in Punjab. Such is the threat of drugs on youngsters. Punjab. Hospital made a bill of 21 lakh rupees for just 7 days of treatment. Even the body was withheld after death. Punjab State and Chandigarh Human Rights Commission will take strict action. Now let's come to UP. There is a Padyatra going on, led by Rajya Sabha member Sanjay Singh, and this is against the demolition of temples and Manikarnika Ghat, which is very pious for the people of India, and the Hindus worship them. So there is a march to raise their voice against this atrocity. Maan government strikes against gangsters. On the first day of war launched by Maan government against gangsters, Punjab Police's major action. 1,314 associates of gangsters have been taken into custody. Over 2,000 teams are continuously conducting raids across Punjab. If any gangster tries to disrupt Punjab's peace and tranquility, the Maan government won't even let them sleep. Decisive action, zero tolerance, safer Punjab. Under the leadership of CM Bhagwant Mann, Punjab Police launched a massive crackdown on gangsters. Thousands of cops deployed, hundreds of raids conducted, and criminals brought to justice. This is what firm political will and honest governance looks like. The Bhagwant Mann government will honor the policemen who broke the backs of gangsters. 10 crore has been set aside for this. So an SSP will get 1 lakh, Commissioner and DIG 1.5 lakhs, ADGP and will get 2 lakhs. Anyone getting hold of 1 kg of drugs will be rewarded a sum of rupees 60,000, and if the conviction happens, the person involved will get a reward of 40,000. In another report, 23 links road in Majita, foundation stone was laid by CM Bhagwant Mann. So there has been a go-ahead to give rupees 68 per quintal sugarcane subsidy for the farmers. The subsidy will go directly into the farmer's account. This is as a government's additional subsidy given to the Punjab farmers. So a total of 416 per quintal will be given to the farmers. This is the highest compensation given by a government in India to the farmers in the sugarcane sector. Government looks to Punjab body to push to sustainable horticulture. The project will involve a loan of rupees 1,085 crore from Japan International Cooperation Agency. This will diversify the plan. The Punjab government cabinet on Tuesday approved collaboration with Japan International Cooperation Agency to introduce technology to strengthen Punjab's horticulture sector. AAP UP. We have submitted a representation to the collector that in the verification process of applications received for deletion of names of certain people, responsible persons from the opposition should also be involved. The legal action should be taken against those who submit false applications. This has been conveyed by Ishudan Gadvi from the AAP Gujarat. Now let's come to news that matters. Supreme Court asked to find logic behind the SIR voter deletions. The logic behind the discrepancies failed to convince the court, which wondered how a 15-year age gap between mother and son can be such, as if we don't have child marriages in the country, the court remarked. Hindutva group beats up a pastor, makes him eat cow dung and chant Jai Shri Ram. Hindutva group assaults Odisha pastor forces him to eat cow dung and chant Jai Shri Ram. This is attack against the Christian community, which have increased across the country. This was done by the members of the Bajrang Dal. So there has been a lot of hate speeches given on the year 2025. And among all the leaders, CM Pushkar Dhami tops the list with 71 such hate speeches. There was a story by India Today which explains how NDTV was the only news channel that didn't bow down to Modi government. So Income Tax Department made fake case and raided NDTV multiple times, created financial and personal trouble for the Roy couple, forced them to sell NDTV. Adani purchased it and turned it into Godi Media. The Delhi High Court today quashed the Income Tax Department's case against the Roy couple and imposed a 2 lakh rupees fine on the department. BJP's election expenditure is rupees 3,335 crores in the last financial year, which is 2.5 times more than 2019 and 20. BJP's cash and deposits near 10,000 crore, audit report shows. The ruling Bharatiya Janata Party is sitting on cash and bank deposits worth nearly rupees 10,000 crore. According to its annual audit report for 2024-25 submitted to the Election Commission, the party's accounts for the year ending March 31st, 2025 show a sharp rise in its financial corpus, with cash and deposits increasing by 2,882 crore during the year. The BJP General Fund closed at rupees 12,164 crore, up from 9,169 crore in the previous financial year. Of the General Fund, 9,996 crore is held in cash and bank deposits, while 234 crore has been extended as loans and advances. The party also holds fixed deposits worth 9,390 crore. The enlarged corpus comes after a year in which the BJP regained power in Delhi from Aam Aadmi Party and won Odisha from the Biju Janata Dal. Election-related expenditure during 2024-25 nearly doubled to 3,335 crore from rupees 1,754 crore in the previous year. Election expenses accounted for 88% of the party's total expenditure for the year. Of the amount spent on elections, 312 crore was used to provide financial assistance to candidates, while 583 crore was spent on travel by aircraft and helicopters. Spending on publicity and campaigning remained high. The BJP spent 1,125 crore on electronic media advertisements, 897 crore on advertisements, 90 crore on rallies and campaigns, and 51 crore on meeting expenses. An additional 107 crore was spent on cutouts, hoardings, and banners. The 123 crore on printed material. During the year, the BJP received voluntary contributions amounting to 6,125 crore, a significant rise from 3,967 crore in 2023-24. Interest income from bank deposits stood at 634 crore. The party also filed an income tax refund claim of rupees 65.92 crore and earned rupees 4.4 crore as interest on the refund. The financial corpus will now be overseen by newly appointed BJP President Nitin Nabin, who assumed charge on Tuesday. Encroachments, illegal mining in Aravallis severely impacted air quality climate regulations, a report shows. AIQ indoors and outdoors. You will be surprised to know there is toxic air even indoors, and the figure shows 420 PM 2.5 reading inside a Rohini school, 431 in a mother and child ward in AIMS, and 328 UG per meter cubic in the cancer ward in AIMS. So if you think that by being indoors you will escape the pollution, it is not so. In UP, it is not Ram Rajya, but Ravan Rajya that is prevailing. The plight of saints and sages that they faced in Ravan Raj is now being faced in Yogi Raj. The Shankaracharya committee which went for Ganga Snan was brutally assaulted by the authorities, and the young sadhus were dragged on the ground, which is being highly condemned by Hindus all across. Ayushman Bharat will deny benefits to 90% people in Bengal. This is said by Abhishek Banerjee in Bengal. This is because there is strict provisions to claim the Ayushman Bharat benefit. So if you have a concrete roof over your head, or if you own a smartphone or any such items, you will not be given the Ayushman Bharat benefit. Thus, 90% of the people in Bengal will not be able to avail that benefit. Whereas the state's own project have no such conditions, and they will be able to use the state government facilities much better, which is called Swasthya Sathi. Now let's come to international news. Davos, Switzerland. Trump backs down on Greenland tariff, says deal framework reached. Trump changes tune on Danish territory. US president has history of making threats, backing down. Washington says deal is in sight over Greenland. NATO's Secretary General Ruth says Greenland sovereignty not discussed with Trump. World order in midst of a rupture. Canada PM Carney tells Davos. Carney delivered his stirring speech to political and financial elites at the World Economic Forum, a day before US President Donald Trump was set to address the gathering. This is all the news for today. See you again next time. Namaskar.